King Jackson, what's happening? So we brought this up recently on my Instagram live, but it's worth another discussion because I'm really trying to get some clarity here. In case y'all don't know, Chris Rock said in a recent stand-up special that women, children, and dogs are the only ones who get loved unconditionally, but men have to provide something first. Now, Chris Rock, he's a comedian. This is a part of his routine. I know that he was being sarcastic, and all that good stuff, and that's cool. But when I see dudes share it, they're always talking about it's 100% facts, it's so true. Like, there's no LOL. You know what I'm saying? And if you think for 1 second there aren't guys who seriously feel like this, you're sadly mistaken. But before we get to that part, first let me just say it's not true. Women are not loved unconditionally in this world. I don't care what nobody says, unless you can tell me some examples of when a woman publicly humiliated her husband and he stuck by her side unconditionally. I just don't think that's true, because I see it happen all the time, the other way around, but not when women cheat on their man. No, women are not loved unconditionally. But I'm trying to figure out, the thing I need clarity on is, why is it so offensive to tell men that, like, yes, you're expected to be a provider? Like, if not providing everything, at least come in as an asset, at least have some level of financial stability before you ask a woman to come into your life and possibly bear your kids. Or if you're already in a relationship, you already have that family and you fall down, because that happens. But if you fall down, then your priority should be to get back up, not getting comfortable staying there. Why is that so offensive to men these days? Like, a lot of men, of course, not all men. You know what I'm saying? I know guys that have been working since they were 14 years old. They never took a year off. They've always gotten money. And the reason why is because they wanted to make sure their family was straight. They want to be a king of their castle. And they know that in order to be a king of your castle, you got to make sure your castle is comfortable. You got to make sure that your castle is secure. You're not the king of your castle if you're okay seeing eviction notices on the door. That's not what kings do. Back in the day, a man had to have his stuff together before he could even have a wife and children, because that was a privilege. You didn't just go and get that before it was your time to. You didn't feel entitled to that. But dudes these days don't even have their priorities in order. How do you feel okay laying up on the couch when your woman walk past you and go to work every day? How do you feel okay playing a video game all damn day when y'all ain't got no money up in the bank account? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel okay knowing that if your woman was to get pregnant, get in a car wreck, get sick, that she can't even heal up like she's supposed to, because she gonna be stressed about needing to get back to work because you haven't done everything that you can, at least, to put yourself in the position to where y'all straight regardless? How do you feel okay with that? And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm so rich and wealthy, because I'm not. And I've been broke before. I remember what it felt like to have a negative account balance. But I don't know what it feels like for somebody else to have to tell me to get up and grind, to at least do the best I possibly could, to have my priorities in order. First things first, I got to make sure the family's straight. Because guess what? Your love for your woman, that ain't going to keep them lights on. That's not going to put gas in her car. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to get y'all a getaway whenever life get too stressful. That's not going to get your kid the best education. You got to get up and grind to do that. I do not understand why that's so offensive. And that's why I say, I know a lot of people get sensitive about this, but that's why I say dudes these days in this generation, they seemingly want to be boys their entire life. And that's why they play victim when somebody says, hey, okay, it's time for you to be a man now. But y'all let me know what you think. I'll let y'all later.